What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, you guys had a good start to your weekend so far. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the current champion chase tournament right now for the winner take all Rhea the Mourned champion. So, this is my bracket on my main account here. And you can kind of see that it looks relatively reasonable after almost 1 day of being active. My alt account, on the other hand, looks totally unreasonable. There's already somebody at 35,000, and second place is not even close. So I even went through the trouble of not logging in for over 24 hours. I usually don't follow that tactic. You guys can check out that tactic over at Cowfish's channel. He did mention it in the most recent video about how he uses that strategy to enter tournaments, and then the tournaments become less competitive if you're inactive prior to the tournament starting. I heard about this strategy before and I tried it before in the past. It never really made a big difference to me. And the people that tried it also seems to have mixed results. Anyways, I wanted to try it again. I guess it doesn't hurt. But in this case, my alt account, 35,000 for the leader. And in this case, my main account, this bracket looks a little bit more reasonable. Basically, the first thing I look for when I look for these champion chase brackets in these winner take all events is if any of the big clans, any members from the big clans are here, because those members generally they spend a lot of money and they're going to be putting up a big fight, especially if it's a strong prize like a void champion here. So if you go through my competition bracket here, they generally don't look too crazy, and I didn't really identify anybody that should go crazy unless it's just somebody that's new to the game perhaps, and then they just want to whale out on this event. It is a 2x ancient event right now, so you do get a lot of points for pulling ancient shards. You get the boosted rates on the legendaries and the epics. The epics are going to give you the bulk of your points here. Now, generally, I 100% do not recommend doing these events unless you are very, very prepared. In my case, I have 142 ancient shards. I basically been saving these up ever since the, I would say, last 2x ancients, maybe even longer than that. I'm not 100% sure, but my alt account has a very similar amount of ancient shards. Also, I don't remember the last time I pulled all my ancient shards, but I probably emptied both of them at the same time. We do have a progressive event here for any of these champions if you guys are missing any of them. This event is totally skippable. This ancient event, this progressive event, totally skippable. The big thing here is the winner take all Rhea the Mourned champion. Now, Rhea the Mourned is probably the last piece in the Web of Corruption puzzle for a lot of you guys. So if you guys collect all the Web of Corruption champions, you guys will get the Covetous Passion relic along with some relic materials and some gems. Now, the champion itself, those rewards notwithstanding, which are okay, of course, the Covetous Passion and mythical relic piece, not easy to get, etc., is good, but it's not like an insane must-have relic. So those rewards definitely not worth going crazy for. But is Rhea the Mourned worth going crazy for? Now, in my opinion, I think she is good. I did play test her, but I do think she is a tier below some of the more insane void champions that have been released in 2026. I'm talking about Hecaton, Tectian, Solinar. Those are just absolutely bonkers, absurd champions. All void affinity champions, mind you, in 2026. And then you have Rhea the Mourned. Rhea the Mourned is a good champion, don't get me wrong. But I do think she is a slight step below Marius. They have a similar move here with this triple hit AoE, also self-buffing for more damage. But I think she's a step below Marius overall because Marius can be used in PvE content, which makes him universally better. His passive, I also find slightly better more often. The fact that he can counterattack if his turn meter gets dropped or if metamorph happens, I think is a little bit more universally useful than trying to get the uptime on the increased attack, block debuffs, and veil. Obviously, the ceiling on this ability is crazy. She's unkillable. She's, all her stuff is irresistible. That ceiling is very high, but I think Mary is just generally much easier to use and generally a little bit better and more content. She does hit a little bit harder than Marius. So you can definitely gear her out to do so. She has more ignore defense in her kit. She has built-in healing. She can go through block damage. She steals buffs instead of just reducing the duration of it. But the other thing is that Marius has also a increased accuracy, which is very nice. But they're both kind of similar. They kind of compete for similar types of gear. You both want them to go fast. full crit rate for damage, etc., etc. Defense based versus attack based here. But I do think Rhea's a little bit a step below. But hey, having two Marius on your account is definitely nothing to be upset about. So, anyways, in this case, I think for my main account, I'm gonna go and take a shot here for her. My bracket looks reasonable so far. It is, like I said, only day one. And of course, I will be watching my bracket very, very closely. My general strategy for this is probably to come out strong right away, just to let people know that I'm serious. And then we'll keep an eye on it in the last final hours, just to make sure there's no funny business. But right now, like I said, there's no real person really stepping up really hard here. And there's no name that really stands out to me. Obviously, people can change their names and so forth. But in this case, you can just check the banners or anything like that. But there's no real banners here. I'm looking for like how many stars the banners have and stuff like that, just to see how progressed the clans are. And that generally just gives you a sense of how serious the player is. So in any case here, let's pull some ancient shards. We do have a boosted rate here. I highly recommend you guys skip this event if you guys have no interest in Rhea the Mourned or anything like that. This is a totally optional event. There's no fusion or anything happening. Make sure you guys save up for the upcoming fusion. For Kamir, he looks very solid. Probably going to help out 90% of the players out there, especially in Faction Wars, at least in Faction Wars. But he's generally good in basically all areas. And I think people are generally excited for him. For like Ogren only siege teams, for example, I think he's going to be pretty clutch there also. But definitely save up for that fusion. We also probably will have a busy August. Usually end of August is when they start doing some pretty big content drops or update drops. So definitely something to look out for. So if you guys can conserve shards, definitely do so. For me, ancient shards are to be spent. I'm probably going to pull Folan here in this event. So if I do win Rhea the Mourned, I need to pull Folan so that I can get the reward. I'll probably pull Cirsa as well because I do want to stick her in a team because I think she's really good after her update. The Remnants I might save for another champion chase event, probably when there's like a 2x Saker or something when I need help getting points. So Remnants are very good for that. But you never know. Everything might be going in. A bunch of these gems might be going in also. But I think right now I want to shoot for somewhere around 15,000 just to assert my seriousness in my bracket to make sure that people are aware of my intentions. Anyways, let's jump into it. I'm not going to select any kind of progressive here. I'm just going to let it ride and see what happens. I mean, we're still looking for empowerments for stuff. Furo would be good. Palace from the Argonauts would be good. Finishing off Faction Guardians would be good. So anything along those lines would be amazing. Yeah, let's get going here. Let's go. All right, good luck. Let's see if I can get lucky. Pulling some gold would be awesome, but also lots and lots of purples. We'll take lots of purples. Let's go. Come on. Mercy, no idea. This is a great start. We got 4 purples right away, 1,000 points. Each one of these ancient shards is worth on average about 53 points. So for every 10 pull, you're looking for at least 530 points on average. So here we got 1,000. Let's go. Love it. Lots of more of those. Every 10 pull, we get 1,000. That's great. That'll be tons and tons of points. Let's go. Come on. All right, not bad. Slightly above average, right? 2 epics you want to see minimum for every 10 pop. Let's go. Nothing, no gold so far. No gold so far, but still early. Zargala, Fane, we get another 580. As long as we get 2 epics every 10 minimum, that's good. That's fine. Fane's still decent damage dealer for skinwalkers, or you guys need an epic option, obviously. But yeah, skinwalkers seemingly have a lot of damage dealing options. Both of these epics are not really worth building. Keep moving on. They kind of need to make another permanent fusion, I think, after Rosin. Rosin's been around for so long. It would be nice if they made another permanent fusion here. We got Vogoth, very good epic. I do have a +4 on this account. Vogoth, amazing, amazing epic. Lots of boss content can be done with Vogoth. Let's go. Come on. All right, this one's our worst 10 pops so far. Still no Lego. Let's go. Let's see what we can get. Man, that first 10 pop really set us up real high. Now we're kind of dropping a little bit lower here. Oh man, the last 20 have been kind of weak. Looking for more. Ying points. Legos would be appreciated here. Come on. Man, hitting Mercy so often nowadays. I can't believe it. Even when we pull on double rates, you guys see it on this channel all the time. Go into Mercy. 2 epics. Let's go. Another 2 epics. Still no Lego. Still no Lego. Probably at 100 pulls already. And our first blue tax rolls in. Man, feels bad. How much do we have? Yeah, we actually went through 100 already. So no Lego after 100, but only 1 blue tax. So generally the average is pretty high in terms of overall points. We got a bunch of food ready so we can process some of these rares and then make some more space. That's definitely something important. Got two epics here. Need 2 epics minimum per 10 just to keep up with the averages. Here we go. Let's go. 3 Venom Age, top tier epic. Still no Lego. Interesting. Really feeling it here. Where's that 1%? Looking for that 1% hit. Ooh, we gotta shake it off here. We gotta make some space. Yeah, we'll be right back. All right, we're at 130 ancient shards pulled so far in this video. I just bought a little bit more with some gems. Let's keep going here. Oh man, going to Mercy again. We made some space. Can we avoid Mercy, please? Can we avoid it? 1 epic's not going to be enough here. We definitely want more. Looking for more. That's 140 pulled. This is going to be 150. Got 2 epics here so far. 2 epics. All right, come on, let's go. This is 160. Rolling in the blue tax. Pretty lackluster session, I gotta say. Pretty lackluster session. Not much gold. Not any gold so far here. With boosted rates. Feeling rough. Another 2 epics. All right, we're at 170 pulls. So this is our 180th. Come on, let's go. 180th. I think we're probably going to go to Mercy. Mercy starts at 200. Feeling rough. Another 2 epics here. So this is 190. Only on this channel, guys. We go to Mercy every single shard pull session. 3 epics. 3 epics. All right. This is 200th pull here. Crazy. 2 epics. All right. Let's pull individual. Maybe we can make it on 3. We're at Mercy right now. So let's see if we can make it on 3 shards and then we'll make some space. So each one of these shards getting boosted 5%. We're going to switch up our mojo here a little bit. 10%. So come on. Still nothing. Feels bad, man. Feeling rough. I was hoping to get at least, 1 Lego. Here we go. 204th shard. We get Archbishop Pinthroy. Absolutely useless for us. I think maybe Faction Guardians might be useful. Pinthroy, we got 2. He does fill the Faction Guardians, so we can relieve somebody here of Faction Guardian duty. Maybe, yeah, maybe Martyr +2. +2 Martyr can be relieved. We could do that. I'm kind of like hesitant to empower champions just because of what happened with Python and Predator, because first of all, you empower them, you can't unempower them. And if you don't actually use them, why empower them in the first place, right? Other than to like save space or something like that. But anyways, let's make some space and we'll be right back. We'll do some more pulls. All right, let's check on the Champion Chase tournament right now. We pulled 200 shards and we are at 11,211 points. I think we only pulled ancient shards so far, so 200. I think this is about average, to be honest. Yeah, I just did the math here. So 204 ancient shards, about 55 points per. So we're a little bit above average here. I definitely don't think this is enough to, deter everybody. So I would definitely want to put in a little bit more. I want to put in a little bit more, get up to maybe like 15,000 would be a nice, decent number. Obviously, we can spend more if we wanted to, but we want to be a little bit mindful about going too crazy there. What do we get here? We got a little bit of energy. Okay. We definitely have other areas that we can dig into for some shards. We kept a bunch of these chests around. So we have what we have probably like 5 ancient shards there. And then we also kept all of our Plarium Play tickets, or most of them. We got 45 here banked up. And then we actually even got a gold one somehow by doing all of our dailies. But yeah, we got 45 of these tickets here. I mean, we could probably land a couple of the shards, so it's no crazy deal. But I think we'll just focus on ancient shards right now. So we'll load up a couple, a couple dozen more, and then we'll try to get 15,000. All right, we're back with a bit more shards and a bit more room. Let's pull until we're full, and then let's assess the situation. Hopefully we can get more Legos. We just reset our Mercy here. And yeah, let's get started. Let's go. Still got a good chunk in the bank, but we're just looking for a good amount of points here just to pad our lead over to second place, just to discourage everybody from going any further. Again, the first 10 pop here, we got 1,000 points. Really love to see it. Just need a couple more of these, and we'll be in good shape. Maybe we'll get a Lego and we don't have to go to Mercy. That would be pretty nice. Here we go. We just got one epic here. Gotta keep going here. Come on. Can we get something out of this? Some gold would be nice. We got Pinthroy as our only legendary from 200 plus shards here. Feeling pretty rough. Feeling pretty rough about that. All right. Epics. Just epics this time, I think. Another single epic from 10. Definitely looking for more if possible. Come on. Oh, we got gold here, and it's going to be a Pythion. Unfortunately, it's funny because we just mentioned Pythion too. Unfortunately, I don't have Predator, so getting Pythion doesn't really help me as much as it would help somebody else who has Predator. So I don't have Predator. So Pythion, I mean, obviously still a great champ, but I wish I had Predator and then an easy +1, but we'll take the points. And I think that's going to go into the Faction Guardians, I think. We should be close to 15,000. Let's take a closer look here. We should be close to 15,000 here. 1430, 14.3. I think at this point, we'll hold. We just pulled a Lego. We'll hold. We got fresh Mercy and stuff like that. This guy, he kind of went to 7 and then he kind of just been there the whole day. So we'll see exactly what this bracket's going to shape up as. I've invested a couple thousand gems already, plus my stash of ancient shards. The rewards from this, I mean, not spectacular. We do get 20 of these essences, which is pretty good. We do get a mythical book here. Some of these relic materials, I mean, it's whatever. But at 14,000, I mean, you can still kind of pull out and be like, okay, we didn't, lose too much here. But we really want to see how this bracket shapes up tomorrow. I'll probably head to bed and then see how we're going to do in the morning. Obviously, we still have lots of resources behind that can make a good fight if anybody gets kind of close or anything like that, or if anybody wants to push near the end. But for now, we want to try to win it as cheaply as possible. And right now, we have a pretty good lead over the second place player. And there's not actually that many great deals in the shop. Obviously, they don't throw out the best deals during the event. In my opinion, they obviously want to max milk you guys when you guys are buying stuff, desperately. There's actually not too many crazy deals for like ancient shards right now. Like, look at this. I mean, yeah, it's Canadian dollars, but still, it's almost $2 each for this string. This one, it's already over $2, and then you're gonna get to the end, and then you get a slight discount, but like here at the start, it's already over $2. So it doesn't look like there's really great deals. So maybe people aren't jumping into this, right? And as long as there's no hyper whales in the bracket, maybe we'll get away with it. I don't know. I'm hopeful. But we'll see how it shakes out in the morning. We might get another, shard pull video at the end of this weekend. We'll see, guys. All right, guys. So that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Enjoyed some of my pain here. We went to Mercy again. 204 shards for a Pinthroy. And then we did get a quick Lego from 40 or so. I think 40, 50, from 50 or so. But still, another Mercy Lego feels bad. 250 shards. We got 2 Legos on a boosted event. Feels pretty bad. But overall points, not too bad. All right, guys, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button if you guys enjoy the content. If you guys want to follow along and see what happens, obviously, you guys definitely need to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. If you guys are going for Rhea, make sure you guys are watching your brackets, and best of luck to you. If you guys are going for Rhea and you're in my bracket, stay away. No, I'm just joking. Best of luck to you. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend if I don't catch you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.